Clock is running with 9:40 to play. It's fourth down. Patriots about to get good field position again. Mercedes defense going to have to get fired up here. And as we mentioned, 20 unanswered points scored by the Patriots to pull within 2. Having some trouble punting it. It's a bad punt. It's going to bounce at about the 35, and they're going to have to get on top of it. Oh, the ball was touched by the Patriots. And it ends up going out of bounds, and it stays with the Patriots. That almost was a huge mistake by the Patriots because Mercedes very nearly came up with it.
Yeah, and Garcia has been punting just great all game long, and that time just a bad snap, And then once that happened, he had to try to get rid of it because the pressure was coming on by the Patriots. So not a very good kick, only to, the 43-yard line. The ball was bobbling all over the place. One of the members of the Patriots touched it. Tigers went after it, but the Patriots recover, and they had the ball in great field position right here.
So 9:13 left in the football game. Patriots down 29-27 here to the Tigers. It's first down and 10 at the 43 of the Tigers. Pass complete, but a hit immediately, and it's behind the line of scrimmage. The receiver making the catch was Bobby Tovar of the Patriots, about a 2-yard loss. So it's going to be second down and 12 here. Make it second and 13 on the 3-yard loss.
Coming up all the way from the safety position to make that great open field tackle is Roel Garcia.
46-yard line of the Tigers. That's where the Patriots have it. Second down and 13. Villarreal back to pass. Looking down that right sideline. He doesn't have a man. Double coverage down that right sideline to number 81, Jose de Leon. We haven't said his name at all tonight. First real target of the game there to de Leon. And that's going to bring up third down.
And here we go. We're in the fourth quarter, a 3-point ball game. Third down, big third down here for both teams.
Villarreal takes the snap. Going to take it himself across the 45, across the 40, across the 35, 30. Brought down inside the 25 to the 23-yard lines. And yet another example, Carlos, of Santos Villarreal said, well, if you guys aren't going to get open, you know what? I'm going to take it himself and get a first down.
Well, I mean, that's one of their big plays right there. It just hand it to him and let him go. It's got so much speed and quickness. And that time it was all speed. He just ran away from his defenders, but also blocking down the field with John Garcia coming out of the backfield.
Villarreal hands it off to Garcia, left side across the 20, across the 15, still on his feet, and pushes ahead to about the 10-yard line.
And I tell you what, if Santos Villarreal wasn't on this team, that man right there, John Garcia, would be the leading ball carrier on this football team. He took that ball off the right-hand side, went vertical, and then finally went up the field.
First down and 10, ball at the 10-yard line. Make it first and goal because they've dropped the chains. Villarreal back to pass, rolls to his right, now takes it up that right hash mark to about the 5-yard line and rolls forward to about the 4. We'll see where they mark it officially.
And they've really come out not only playing out excellent football here in the second half, but also a little bit more sense of urgency here in that second half. Especially Santos Villarreal, when he finds a gap, he just takes off running.
And they get it to Garcia. Doesn't get much there. And it's going to bring up third down.
Tigers now, need some type of turnover or some type of break here because that defense has been on skates the entire second half.
Got a final. PSJA Southwest falls to Rio Grande City 34-0. Third down and goal from the 5. Here's Villarreal, tries to get inside. Did he get there? The fans on the opposite sideline are saying he did. No signal from the officials. They say no. Fourth and goal at the 1-yard line. 7 minutes to go. Villarreal lining up under center. And the ball gets loose. Garcia can't find it. Turnover. Mercedes has the football.
the Tigers looked discombobulated on that play right there. They had a man running out of the end zone because they had too many men on the field, but they get a break on the bad snap, and they're able to stop that drive and turn it over on downs. The Tigers didn't look like they knew what was going on in that particular defensive series, but they were able to make the stop because of the error on the Mission Patriots.
Wow, what a mistake there from Mission veterans. 4th and goal at the 1-yard line, and the Tigers stop them. And once again, the Tigers will have the football on a drive starting at their own 1-yard line.
They've looked out of sync in the second half. They got to get something going here if they want to win this ball game.
Presas takes a snap, hands it off. And they're going to get him in the end zone.
He lost the ball. He got the ball back at the safety.
And a safety has been called, tackled in the end zone, and the game is tied. Have you ever seen anything like this?
One of those crazy games. Anything can happen in high school football. We've seen crazy games, over the past few years on 956sports.com, and here's another one where the Patriots have come roaring back here in the second half. Offensively, the Tigers were moving up and down the field, breaking records, over 300 yards and of passing, over 400 yards total offense, probably in that first half. Never would you think that they would be moving the ball backwards, especially the way Vela was running in that first half.
So the Patriots now have scored 22 unanswered points after the Tigers took a 29-7 lead. Tigers have been shut out here in the second half. Now the Patriots offense obviously scored most of those. 2 of those points, they'll go into the defense. And not only that, the Patriots will get the football back on the free kick with an opportunity to win it with 6:42 remaining in the football game. So after a devastating turnover by the Patriots on the bad snap on the 4th and goal play from the 1, the Tigers unable to get out of their own end zone as they're tackled in the end zone for the safety. So we're all square at 29. So after all of that, it's like it's 0-0. The free kick coming from the 20. It's going to squib from the 45. It's scooped up at about the 40-yard line. Coming up that right hash mark is Garcia. Gets inside Tiger territory to about the 43-yard line.
You say it's like 0-0, but all the momentum is on the other side of the field. All the momentum is with the guys in the blue jerseys. The Patriots fans, they've seen their team just come roaring back here. They're on their feet. They're making a lot of noise here. And the Tiger fans are wondering, what happened? What happened to our team that we had there in the first half?
6:35 to go in this one. We're all square at 29 apiece. Villarreal, the quarterback, hands it off to Garcia. Rolls up that right hash mark to about the 40-yard line. Gains about 3 or 4 yards.
And they have found something with Garcia. You look in the paper, you look in the stats, and you don't see much with him. But in this game here, he has done a tremendous job here in the second half, not only running with the ball, but blocking for Villarreal.
To the 39-yard line. Villarreal fires left side. It's complete. And they say, no, the ball hit the turf and was not caught. Say it's incomplete.
And one thing you gotta also give a lot of credit to these receivers, especially that man right there, Bobby Tovar. He might be just as fast as Santos Villarreal and so quick as he gets his hands on the ball. That would have been a 6 points right there if he would have made that catch because he had some great blocking.
So it's 3rd down and 7 here for the Patriots. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Ball's on the left hash. Villarreal takes a snap. It was a little high. Fires, and that pass is complete. Complete to Bobby Tovar. Caught at about the 25, brought down at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he had to rifle that one in there because Roel Garcia was coming up looking for an interception on that play right there, but it gets right by him and to Tovar with a great concentration to make the catch.
5:28 to play. Villarreal rolls up that right hash mark. He's brought down inside the 20. You can bet they're going to try to take as much time off of this clock as possible. They've got a good kicker. They're well within his range.
What a gutsy performance by Santos Villarreal, man.
It's all been all Villarreal here tonight. Villarreal rolling to his left, firing, looking for the end zone. Dangerous pass, and it falls incomplete. Brian Lozano was definitely right there. If he had gotten a better look at it coming out of his hands, he might have had a chance at an interception.
You know, a lot of times we talk about the physical abilities and we talk about how good these guys are, but what about the mental toughness to come back here in the second half? Confidence was not shaken at all by his performance in the first half. Villarreal just doing an excellent job here in the second, leading his team back into this game.
Gosh, I don't throw the football at all in this situation here, Carlos. Now it's Villarreal keeping it on the ground. Takes it up the right side. Looks like you might have enough for a first down as he gets near the 10-yard line.
Yeah, depending on your field goal kicker, you might want to just keep this on the ground, knowing that you got 3 points, you got the lead, and the way your defense is playing, you might win this football game on a field goal.
Yeah, it's not like you're trailing here. It's Garcia trying to spin away from traffic, brought down as he's inside the 10, trying to get closer to that 5-yard line.
Remember the last time they were here in this position, they fumbled the ball on a bad snap.
Remember, the Patriots have turned it over twice inside the 10-yard line. Villarreal takes the snap to the left side. He's got some room inside the 5, staying on his feet, dives forward, touchdown Patriots.
You just knew that when he got, there's like 3 waves there to get us to the end zone. He got by that first wave. That was, the defensive line. Then he got to get by a linebacker and then a guy in the secondary. But you knew once he was by that defensive line that he was going to score. That's just how elusive and how special that athlete is down on the field.
This is a Vince Young-esque performance here by Villarreal tonight. Putting the Patriots on his shoulders. The extra point blocked again. Seeing yet another time, second time of the game that the Tigers have blocked an extra point. .4:18 to play here in the football game. 35-29. Patriots have taken the lead. That's 28 unanswered points now by the Patriots.
On behalf of Mission CIP School Board of Trustees and Superintendent Rick Lopez, Mission CIP would like to thank our school.
That's the 3rd touchdown on the ground for Villarreal.
Stepping Stone Home Health Services.
He's got 4 combined touchdowns in the game.
It's been a really rough second half here for the Mercedes Tigers, but still only down here by 6 points, and a quarterback who was super hot in that first half. If they can just forget the ball in good field position, first of all, they've had horrible field position in the second half.
One of the things that you got to remember, the extra point situation. They can get in the end zone, kick an extra point to win it. What a way to win it if it's an extra point that matters. Great kick into the end zone. Take a knee, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. The last thing you want to do is get the ball once again at the 10 or 15-yard line, or worst case, at the 5-yard line. Bring it out to the 20. Get some decent field position. Get a couple of, some safe plays. Get some confidence back into your quarterback. Get a couple of first downs and give your team a chance.
The football coming out to the 25-yard line. 4:18 to play. 35-29.
Where's Joshua Garza? He's on that far side of the field.
So Presas in at quarterback here for the Tigers. 4 receivers. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Some room. Steps up. Fires. That pass bounces up there. It's incomplete. The intended receiver, number 21, Roel Garcia.
That time just a little bit low there, and you can see that Presas, kind of unsure whether he wants to put it there. The defender was right there. He threw it kind of low to keep it away from the defender, but Garcia couldn't make the catch.
Garcia a bit shaken up here. Get the play in from the sidelines. 15 left on the play clock. 4:12 to go in the football game. Tigers trailing for the first time tonight. It's 35-29 Veterans. Presas rolling to his right. Here comes the rush. They've got him knocked down.
It's the line of scrimmage. Third down.
Yeah, just a great defensive play there by Adrian Flores to come from the backside. And Presas was running away from him at the great speed by Flores to track him down. And this is not what the Tigers needed. 3rd and 10 yards here. Needing a first down.
So it's 3rd down and about 10. Ball at the 25-yard line. 3:40 remaining in the football games. 35-29 Veterans. Tigers firing down that right side. That pass deflected, almost intercepted. It falls incomplete. They wanted a flag. It was a lot of contact. Edgar Hernandez.
No, that was just a good defensive play right there. And that time, Presas looked in one direction, looked towards Garza on that far side of the field, then came over here to Roel Garcia. Garcia was well covered. He just threw it up there to see if Garcia could make an athletic play towards the ball and come up with it, kind of like a jump ball.
He had both hands on it. Hernandez did. Could have intercepted it. Good job by perhaps to knock it free. But 4th down and 10 at the 25. There's 3:28 remaining in the football game. Again, the Patriots have scored 26 unanswered points.
Yeah, and they've had
28 unanswered points.
Yeah, and they've come out and they played, and they still had that one turnover. It could have been a lot worse. And you got to hand it to them, not only offensively but defensively as well. They've been able to pretty much not only slow down but almost shut down the Tigers here in the second half. So you got to hand it to them.
What's been interesting is a lot of the passes from Presas in the second half have been in the middle part of the field on some slants and some quick routes. All of the touchdowns have all been on go routes or post patterns. And they've got him tackled in the backfield.
Yep, and they go for it on 4th down as well. I guess with 3:19 left.
So the Tigers turn it over. So after a brilliant first half by the Tigers that saw them up 29-13, .28 unanswered points scored by the Patriots.
Yeah, it looks like Presas there, they kind of hesitated just a little too much, and they brought the heat. Patriots did. And with the sack, they have the ball right there at the 10-yard line. They can ice this game.
Villarreal tackled in the backfield at about the 15-yard line. Again, you talked about a tale of two halves. It's really been a tale of two quarterbacks in terms of tale of two halves, because Presas was phenomenal. Villarreal was decent. He wasn't terrible, but he certainly was not the quarterback he's been in the second half. And a lot of it has been through with his legs. Hand off to Garcia. Dives forward towards the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and they disguised the coverages a little bit better. The Patriots did. They brought in an extra man over there to watch Joshua Garza. They kind of double teamed him a little bit more, so he was pretty much shut down the rest of the game. So Presas had to look for everybody else, and every time he did, the coverage was there. They did a really good job on coverage in the second half. The Patriots did. The first half they were wide open. This half, not at all.
Villarreal on the quarterback keeper, dives across the 10-yard line. And that's going to bring up 4th down as we're under 2 minutes to play. Still plenty of time on the clock.
It's still a 6-point game here. You know, a little turnover. There's 1:57 left. The Tigers, how many timeouts? They got one timeout left now. You know, and all of the Patriots have to do now is just protect the football, and they got this victory, and they go 1-0, 4-0.
Well, if they're in here to kick a field goal, they need to make sure it's good.
But the Tigers didn't lose this game. You know, when you see this and you see the score and how Mission came and they won this game. The Patriots came back and won this contest. You know, on the strength of their quarterback, on the strength of their defense. You know, I don't think the Tigers turned the ball. It had one safety in the second half. That's it. But other than that, Mission came back in the second half to win this football game.
They certainly scored quickly, and you also have to remember, Carlos. Mercedes did what they could a couple of times. They stopped them with a turnover on downs. They got a fumble recovery both inside the 10-yard line when the Patriots were driving. So these scores could easily be much higher for the Patriots. So the Tigers have done a lot of things to stay or to keep the lead where it was.
Watch for Joel Garcia here.
Here to kick that one from the 15. A 25-yard field goal attempt is no good.
And they might have had to rush it a little bit because the Tigers did a good job of getting in that backfield there to almost block that one.
That would have likely won the football game had they go through. That's what I said. Is if you're going to kick a field goal, you better make sure you make it because it's still a 6-point game.
Yep, and do you take a shot with Joshua Garza? You know he's double teamed out there.
Take a shot downfield.
You try to design something to him, or Joel Garcia. Both those guys are burners down in the field.
Go with what brought you here.
Sure, absolutely. You got the gun, and you got the speed.
Coming on the road.
You got the two wideouts. Who's going to be the single coverage?
4 receivers here. Presas back to pass. Looking right side. Still looking. He's got a man. Doesn't see him. Presas is going to be brought down at about the 20-yard line, but goodness, wide open here on that right side was Edgar Arevalo, but he was tackled with about 95 seconds left. There's about 90 seconds to go in the game. Mercedes doesn't have any timeouts left. They need to get first downs to stop that clock so they can move up to the line and run a play. Presas steps up. He's going to run across the 30 to the 35. They get a first down, so the clock will stop with 1:13 to go so they can reset the chains.
Joel Garcia, one of their fantastic receivers, has to come out of the game because he has cramps once again.
So they'll replace him here with number 85, Jeffrey Rodriguez. 1:05 to play. Presas to his left, fires to that left side. It's complete at the 40 to the 45. They pick up a first down, so the clock will stop now with 56 seconds remaining.
Presas hesitating a little bit there, not taking his first shot down the field.
We'll see if that pays off. 54 seconds.
The safeties are way back for the Patriots. Nothing is open deep.
They're having some trouble with their defensive substitutions here. Kind of a late one here. Presas back to pass. Here comes the rush. Firing, and that pass diving, and it falls incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Quite frankly, I think that's a good thing for the Tigers because it stops the clock here definitively with 40 seconds to play.
The safety for the Patriots is playing way back. He does not want to get burned again like he did in that first half with Joshua Garza.
40 seconds to go in this one. Ball on that left hash mark, 4 receivers, 3 to the right. Presas takes the snap. Rolls to his right. Here comes the rush. Pass falls incomplete. Very short of his intended target. Once again, he was looking for Arevalo near midfield.
Garza was actually on man coverage over there because the safety, he cheated up a little bit more there on that time to take away some of the middle of the field and left Garza open. But unfortunately, Presas was looking in the opposite direction.
Boy, it certainly seems like that right arm of Presas is fatigued, don't you think?
You're exactly right. He couldn't get that one there.
4 receivers, twins to the left and right. Bressas back to pass, looking left side. He fires, and that pass deflected, and it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, the pressure also is coming. There's no place for Bressas to step up at all. You know, the defenders for the Patriots are in his face there, and when you're going to throw deep down the field, you need to be able to step into your pass.
27 seconds remaining.
Remember, they don't need a touchdown. They just need a first down right here because you still have 27 seconds and the clock will stop.
35-29, Patriots lead. 28 unanswered points scored by the Patriots. Tigers are scoreless here in the second half. They fire left side. That pass is complete at the 25-yard line. Brought down at the 20.
Garza.
That's Josh Garza again. They're going to have to come up to the line and spike it.
17 seconds.
17 seconds remaining. And Bressas definitively spikes it into the turf. Wow.
The game's not over yet, and with this guy's arm, and you get it to Garza once again. There's Garcia back in the game. Garcia is now back on the game, into the game now. The wide out to the near side.
14 seconds to go. Ball in the left hash. 2nd down and 10 here for the Tigers. A touchdown and an extra point will win the football game for Mercedes. Bressas fires left side. It's caught! Touchdown! A phenomenal move in the end zone. Garza does it again.
Joshua Garza with a tremendous catch, wide open in the end zone with 8 seconds left in this contest as the Tigers take the lead.
We said if you were the Patriots, if you're going to mark that clock down all the way down as far as you can and kick a field goal, you better make sure you make it. They didn't make it. It stayed a 6-point game. It gave the Tigers some life. And it's all the life that the Tigers would need. Mercedes, in the final 2 minutes of this football game, have marched down the field, have tied the game at 35. An extra point is pending. If they kick it and make it, they will win the football game virtually with 8 seconds to go on the clock.
Talk about gutsy performances and being mental strong. What about Rene Bressas under pressure, under duress on that entire drive, able to find guards on that final play to tie up this game. Samuel Moran now, let's see what he can do.
Moran, who's missed extra points tonight as well, in to win the football game for the Tigers. The kick is up.
Right down the middle.
And it's good. And Tiger Nation is ecstatic. Well, you see some grown men with their hands on their knees and their hands on top of their heads, just cannot believe what just happened.
We've seen some phenomenal games on 956sports.com.
This is right.
No matter
up there.
what game you want to talk about, Alex, we've seen a whole bunch of them. This is certainly one of those that ranks up there. You called it live Thursday night football. This one came with fireworks.
I'll tell you what, people talk about there's nothing like Friday night football in high school, at the high school level. I'll tell you what, I've done a lot of these Thursday games. These Thursday games tend to be a little bit more exciting sometimes. There's something about being the only game on, all eyes on you.
All eyes on you. You get to be live, you know. You can be live on Thursday night, which is great for us at 956sports.com. And it's a short week. This is a rivalry game, or at least a district game. Both these two teams had 2 weeks to prepare for this contest. No one thought that Mercedes would come into this game and take the lead with 8 seconds left. Anything can happen here with 8 seconds left as well. The Patriots do have 2 timeouts if they do have any time after the kickoff.
28 unanswered scored by the Patriots, so they had taken the 35 the 35-29 lead on Mercedes. Mercedes led at 29-13 at halftime. Those are the first points scored in the second half by Mercedes. That one squibbed. Clock does not start until it's scooped up. They pick it up at about the 25, brought down at about the 29. 3 seconds to go.
Got time for one play.
Hook and ladder, Hail Mary time.
One play, Hail Mary. You got Santos Villar down there who could take off running. They'll put Ruel Garcia back there at safety. And the Tigers defense need to settle down and make sure they finish this off. Because we've seen crazier things in high school football.
Mercedes fans, the ones that have stayed, they're on their feet. And again, I say the ones that have stayed. Some headed for the exits earlier. We're not over the radio, but very reminiscent of the brake lights in the, what was it, the 84 World Series. Fires, that pass is incomplete, and the Tigers have stormed into Mission and upset the Patriots. Your final score from Tom Landry Stadium, the Tigers 36, the Patriots 35. And what a classic football game we had here on Thursday night here on 956sports.com. Our Thursday night debut this season, Carlos, and man, did it live up to the billing as a great football game.
Just up and down, a fantastic game. The first half, the Tigers played fantastic football. The Patriots lost a couple of opportunities, when they turned the ball over. And, there's different headlines in this game. Is the headline the turnovers, or is the headline, Presas coming into his own and finding a way to pick up this victory here on the final drive of the game? But that's why you like high school football, and that's why you come to these games, and that's why Coach Gilpin said, you don't know what the Tigers are going to show, but they were able to come back. Just a fantastic performance. My hats off to Coach to the Rene Presas, Joshua Garza, all the boys out there, Ruel Garcia, Ricky Nujosa on the defensive side of the ball, and of course Coach Uribe and his coaching staff for coming up with a great game plan here to win here tonight.
You almost wish these two teams could play again. Unbelievable. Tigers come in, let's be honest, the proverbial underdog, and this is Coach Gilpin said earlier this week, you can throw the record books out the window when 32-4A play begins, no matter who it is, especially Mercedes. Mercedes beat Mission Veterans last year. They came into Tom Landry Stadium last year and beat the Mission Eagles, and once again they come on to the natural surface of Tom Landry Stadium and knock off the Patriots in what looked like was going to be a meltdown, disappointing loss for the Tigers. Ends up being a phenomenal, exciting end and a victory for Mercedes.
Yeah, they were able to capture that momentum once again, put enough play together. Empresas looked tired, looked confused. Like you said, his arm looked fatigued there in that last drive, but he was able to gather enough of himself together mentally and physically to come up with that score. My hat's off to him.
Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, our friends at the Payne Auto Group, McDonald's, and South Texas College. And boy, were they treated to a phenomenal football game on Thursday night. We want to remind you fans that tomorrow we will be in La Jolla. Donna takes on La Jolla Palmview. We'll have that game on tape delay that you can watch a little bit later on Friday night after that game has completed. But again, we will have that Donna Palmview game for you tomorrow on a quick programming note. Any final thoughts, Carlos?
No, just a fantastic game once again. Just want to say next week the Tigers will be playing at home against PSJ Southwest, and Mission will be at Valley View. So that's what's on next for your teams.
All right. Well, that'll do it for us. My thanks, as always, to everyone at the 956 Sports crew, and our thanks to both the Mercedes School District and the Mission School District as well. So for Carlos Robledo, my name is Alex Albarrio saying so long from Tom Landry Stadium in Mission. Our final score for the final time tonight, the Tigers knock off the Patriots 36-35. This has been a presentation of 956 Sports.